Hello, hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Morrowind. Last time, when we left off, I had just fast-traveled back to Gnisis after finally, fully, legitimately exploring my way over there. I am taking full advantage of another comment I received about moving an entire item stack with shift-click. This, too, is life-changing. Just like closing the menu with right-click is. Holy shit, everybody. Did you see how fast that went? That was awesome. So first, we're just looting out here under the Strider platform. And then there are a bunch of people to talk to. There is a surprising amount to do in Gnisis. And there are also some places within Gnisis that I actually want to hold off of exploring because I'll eventually be led there by quests. I'll explain more about that, as we get closer to those particular places. Alright, that's it for the Strider platform. Where the hell is the pilot? He has taken a dive, it seems. Punibi Yahaz. I'm going to need you to make your way back up there. Yeah, there you go. Game, I'm going to need you to let me get back up there too, if you wouldn't mind. I'd really super duper appreciate it. There we go. Alright. Punibi Yahaz, the Strider pilot. The caravaner, whatever you want to call him. Okay. Good day, Outlander, and welcome to Gnisis. We're a small mining village with a temple and a legion garrison and a handy outfitting station if you're exploring the West Gash. I'm your local caravaner. I can get you on a silt strider travel to your destination. Or, if you are new to Gnisis, can I help you with local services? Do you need someone in particular, or is there a specific place I can help you find? Well, I am new to Gnisis. Aldvalathi. It's directly north of here along the coast. Background. I am Punibi Yahaz, caravaner. Destination. From here in Gnisis, you can travel by silt strider to Aldrun, Margan, and Kul. Dunmer, Gnisis. Gnisis is a small agricultural village on the Wada Samsi with a prosperous little egg mine. We sit on the caravan route to Aldrun with silt strider service, and traders come through here often. Like any small outland caravan village, it has a market, the Gnisis Temple, and a trade house, the Madak Trade House. Unlike most outland villages, there's a Death's Head Legion garrison in Gnisis, and pilgrims come to see the Mask of Vivek at the Gnisis Temple. Egg mine. It's up on the hill on the east side of town. Careful in there, the Kwama Queen has been blighted. They're only letting miners in. Gnisis Temple. Gnisis Temple is the only shrine in Gnisis. Pilgrims visit the temple to pray before the Mask of Vivek, a holy relic. The temple maintains a hostel for pilgrims and travelers, and provides the other services common at any small shrine. Imperial Cult. The Gnisis Imperial Cult Shrine is in Fort Darius at the far east edge of town. The altar there cures disease and poison. Chaplain Ogrel is the cult healer for the Death's Head Legion garrison, but he also serves the civilian populace as well. Fort Darius. The Empire built a fort near Gnisis village with the help of House Redoran. They named this fort after the garrison's commandant, General Darius. Darius. Darius is the commandant of the Death's Head Legion garrison here. It can't be easy keeping the peace between his human and orc troopers, but his men all speak well of him. Cool. Latest rumors. Yes, I've heard what Bilsa Andaram has been saying. Of course they're smugglers on the West Gash coast. When was that ever news? Little advice. If you're looking for work, you might consider the Death's Head Legion. This is not a very popular posting, and there might be openings. Check with General Darius. Little secret. Mask of Vivek. Vivek's ash mask is a holy relic displayed within the shrine of the Gnisis temple. Pilgrims travel from all over Morrowind to view this sacred artifact. Morrowind lore. My trade. Neravarine. Services. In the center of the village, try the merchants outside the temple or see Mera Drora at the temple for temple services. Get Imperial Legions and Imperial Cult services at Fort Darius east of the village. Madak is the publican at Madak's trade house here in the village. Mera Drora. Mera Drora is our local priestess over at the Gnisis temple. She heals and trains the temple faithful for a fee. She's Indoral, a great house traditionally linked to the new temple cult, but not a snob or a prig like most Indorals. Interesting. Siltstrider. Solstheim. Someone in particular. Mera Drora is Gnisis temple priestess. Hetman Abelmawia is village hetman. General Darius leads the Death's Head Legion garrison at Fort Darius. Optio Balogra, an orc, is Death's Head Legion's camp prefect. Fennis Madak runs the Madak trade house. A renegade Telvanni wizard, Baladus Demnavani, lives in Arvsdrellan, the old Veloth tower. Okay, we got a few here. Let's try Baladus. He's a rogue Telvanni wizard. Came here over 20 years ago and set himself up in Arvsdrellan, the abandoned Velothi tower on the northwest edge of town. Okay, let's try Hetman Abelmawia. The Velothi Dunmer Hetman Abelmawia is the village hetman and village steward for Hlaran Ramoran, Redoran Master, Counselor, Lord of Gnisis. And Optio Balogra. Optio Balogra is the camp prefect of the Death's Head Legion garrison at Fort Darius. He's a tough and violent orc, not clever or polished, but nonetheless an effective and respected officer. Specific place. Our village is on the Uwatasamzi Gorge in the West Gash. The Gnisis Temple is the village center. The Gnisis Egg Mine lies to the east. The Legion Barracks, Fort Darius, the Death's Head Legion garrison, and the Imperial Shrine lie to the southeast. Madak Trade House and the Siltstrider platform are south of the temple. Hetman Abelmawia's hut is southwest, close to the temple. An old Velothi tower lies under a natural arch to the northwest, built into the bluff. A well-marked road leads southeast to Aldrune. I offer Siltstrider service to Aldrune, Margon, and Kuhl from the Strider port overlooking the river gorge. The fishing villages of Aldvelothi and Kuhl lie to the north on the coast, but there's no direct or marked route. You just have to travel cross-country north to the coast. Aldvelothi is west of Kuhl, with the Daedric ruin of Ashalmawia in between. I think the only new one was Barracks, right? The barracks is an ancient Velothi building adapted for use as a barracks by the local Death's Head Legion garrison. Yeah, we got Gnisis Temple. Okay, that's everything. So, let's walk around town, see who else we can find to chat with. Right here is Hainab Lasamsi. This is the guy who stole Hentis Yasurnomu's pair of pants, if you remember that little miscellaneous quest. I almost forgot about that quest. This is Gnisis, Travis, just a little mining village on a trade route. I'm Hainab Lasamsi. Is there something specific I can help you with, or are you just looking for a little advice? Background. I am Hainab Lasamsi, farmer. Just make sure he's got nothing new for us. We'll skip pants for now. Try the others, just in case there's something new. Alright, pants. Why do you want Hentis's pants? That Swit couldn't put them on without help. So we'll have to admire his disposition over 80. Let's get his disposition up and try again. If you wanted the pants that bad, why didn't you say so? Here, take 'em. It was a stupid joke anyway. Your journal has been updated. Hentis Pants has been added to your inventory. I convinced Hainab Lasamsi to hand over Hentis's pants. Alright, before we do anything else, let's just go ahead and run those down to Hentis. Still down here in the water, cowering in shame. Hainab stole my pants! You got my pants back? I wish I could stand up to Hainab like you did. Give him his pants. I don't have much to give you, but I have some hackle low. Here, take it. Thanks for getting my pants back. Your journal's been updated, 3 hackle low added, Hentis pants removed. Alright, let's just chomp down on those. Someone made a good point earlier. I thought it was because of the tower shield, but my armor rating has dropped. It was at 272. Now it's only at 247. And I'm not sure why. Let me run a quick check. I got my helmet, I got my pauldrons, I got my gloves, left and right, got my cuirass, got my greaves, got my boots. How weird. I'm going to have to look into that, because I don't know why my, armor rating would have dropped so precipitously. Anyway, let's keep looking around. Here's Abishpulu Shand. So we'll go ahead and talk with him. Yes, you come from Saracenolean, yes? For muck? You know the muck sponge, yes? Outside my door, fat, whitish bulbs like big pots, yes? You get for yourself, take what you need, no problem. Goodbye. Okay, good. Now hold on just a second, because I feel like I'm missing something here. Quests. Gathering muck. Ah yes. I also need to get the four restore health potions that are theoretically sitting at my house in and give them to Chaplain Ogrel at Fort Darius. That's the part I forgot. That's right. I had forgotten about that. Second piece of the Gathering Muck quest. And I had frankly wondered what these potions were doing in here. Now I know. We'll make our way back to Gnisis again. We'll just take the Silt Striders. They're not quite as cheap as the Guild Guide, but it really doesn't matter at this point. Go to Aldrune from here. Then we'll go to Gnisis. So let's do what Abishpalu said. This would be, here's the Muck Sponge, so we need 1. We need 5 total. 2. There's 3. There's 4. Uh-oh, it's not enough. I'm short 1. I'll have to go somewhere else where I know there's... Oh, 5. Okay, good. 5 muck. Who else is out here? Ukash Grobatul. I'm an officer of the Imperial Legion. Move along. Apelles Madius. He's recently arrived from Cyrodiil. You'll likely find him inspecting the grounds at Ebonheart. Background. I am Ukash Grobatul, guard and spearman of the Imperial Legion. Balatus. He keeps to himself, has his food and supplies delivered to the door. He's been a good neighbor, quiet, no trouble. Darius is our Imperial Legion commander here in the Death's Head Legion garrison. You can find him downstairs at the Badak Trade House. Fines and compensation. That's how we punish crimes in Morrowind. We collect fines and compensation is paid to the injured party or his kin. Don't pay the fine, then do hard labor. Join the Imperial Legion. We could use a few recruits here in the Death's Head Legion garrison. See General Darius. Rules. Uphold the law of the Empire. Praise the glory of the Emperor. Follow the orders of your superiors. Never assault a member of the Legion or steal from another member. Alright, cool. We've got Maeonius Man Ilu, I think. This is Gnisis, Travis. Just a little mining village on a trade route. I'm Maeonius Manilu. Is there something specific I can help you with, or are you just looking for a little advice? Excuse me. Background. I am Maeonius Manilu, farmer. Little advice. Since you're here, you should take a look at the Mask of Vivek. Ask Maradrora at the temple to tell you the story behind the Mask of Vivek. Okay. Mulverian Palinix. I'm an officer of the Imperial Legion. Move along. Background. I am Mulverian Palinix, guard and recruit of the Imperial Legion. Okay. That's it for him. There's some more stuff to look at here. Nothing too important. Zeba Benamamat. Welcome, Travis. I'm Zeba Benamamat. You're in the village of Gnisis. If you're a pilgrim, you're probably looking for the Mask of Vivek at the Gnisis Temple. Otherwise, I can help you find what you're looking for. Background. I am Zeba Benamamat, clothier. Okay, that's it for him. I'm guessing this is stealing. Maybe not. Go figure. Over here, we've got... Oh, Hentis. Hentis came out of the river. Good man. He's feeling better now that he has pants, I suppose. Here's Shulki Ashunbabi. I'm Shulki Ashunbabi, and you're in the village of Gnisis. If there's some specific place you're looking for, I can probably help you. Or if you're just killing time, I'd be happy to share a little Morrowind lore, swap the latest rumors. Background. I am Shulki Ashunbabi, trader. That's it for her. I would like that comberry. And apparently it isn't stealing. That's good. Good. Okay. I've already spoken to all of them, so let's go to the next guy. Hanabi Zabinatus. I think it's a woman, actually. Hanabi Zabinatus. I'm Hanabi Zabinatus, and you're in the village of Gnisis. If there's some specific place you're looking for, I can probably help you. Or if you're just killing time, I'd be happy to share a little Morrowind lore or swap the latest rumors. Background. I am Hanabi Zabinatus, Smith. Little advice. Don't go poking around in the old Velothi Tower. The renegade Telvanni wizard Balatus Demnavani lives there, and he doesn't welcome visitors. Morrowind lore. We don't like foreigners or outlanders much in Morrowind. We are a proud people, and we don't like being a conquered nation. Alright. Okay, good. Got a few more crates over here. Nothing important, though. And here's a new person, Largak Grobolfim. I'm an officer of the Imperial Legion. Move along. Background. I am Largak Grobolfim, guard and spearman of the Imperial Legion. Okay, fair enough. Onward then. This is Yashnar's Gro Ufthamph, another new one. A lot of people outside. I think it's because they don't have any generic guards. They made all of the guards named members of the Legion instead. I'm an officer of the Imperial Legion. Move along. Background. I am Yashnar's Gro Ufthamph, guard and spearman of the Imperial Legion. Morrowind lore. Foul murder is punished by compensation, hard labor, or sometimes by writ of assassination. Okay. Done with him. Okay. There's the Man Elu Hut, Tansumiran Cave Dwelling. Here's Arv's Drellin. Hainab Lasamsi, who we did already speak with. Here's the Dunmer Temple. Just outside of it, we've got some stuff. Arrows, which make me, of course, want to use my longbow until I get a good chance to offload them. And Ashuma Nud Matluberib. Ashuma Nud Matluberib. That's one hell of a name. I'm a Shumanud Matlaberib, and you're in the village of Gnisis. If there's some specific place you're looking for, I can probably help you. Or if you're just killing time, I'd be happy to share a little Morrowind lore or swap the latest rumors. Al-Balathi, background. I am a Shumanud Matlaberib, smith. That's all he has to say. Let's keep looking around. I'm missing at least one other guard. That's Yashnar's. Up here we have the Mantidi Cave Dwelling, the Almu Cave Dwelling, the Lasamsi Cave Dwelling, and a largely empty platform. Up and across this bridge, I think, is the entrance to the egg mine. Oh yeah, there's more muck sponges here, too. There's Largak Grobolfim, the Shishara hut, the Manilu hut, Aeonius Manilu, the Madoc Trade House. Oh, Hynob made his way all the way back there. I suppose that's good for him. That would be Mulvirian. This would be the barracks. Over here is Dul Grodush and Fort Darius. Dul Grodush. I'm Dul Grodush, and you're in the village of Gnisis. If there's some specific place you're looking for, I can probably help you. Or if you're just killing time, I'd be happy to share a little Morrowind lore or swap the latest rumors. Background. I am Dul Grodush, warrior and spearman of the Imperial Legion. Alright, that's it for him. Let me see. Trying to make sure I've spoken to everyone who can be found outside. I am missing one more guard. And it's an Imperial, not an Orc. So that should help me narrow the search. That's Mulvirian, who I've already spoken to. There should be one other Imperial guard somewhere in town. Ostensibly just patrolling outside, like everyone else is. Ah, I bet that's him. Nope, that's an Orc too. Nobody out here, is there? Here's the other entrance to Gnisis that we spotted earlier, in case you were curious. He may be up by the egg mine. I haven't checked up there yet. Let's get across... Yes, there he is. Let's get across that bridge. So this is the entrance to the Gnisis egg mine. It's not an Imperial, it's Vitolia Apo. I'm an officer of the Imperial Legion. Move along. Background: I am Vitolia Apo, guard and spearman of the Imperial Legion. Egg mine. It's locked, and yes, I have the key. If I liked you more, maybe I'd let you in. Well, that's it for him. And by extension, that's it for people outside. So, I did want to, let's work on security a little bit. I've essentially decided not to grind it out off screen. I can already open any lock. It's progressing nicely enough. It'll hit 100 on its own time without too much intervention from me. So we can unlock the Gnisis egg mine. Here's Fort Darius. One thing I just want to show you, although I'm not going to use it yet, if we head east out to here, and we drop down here, there's a cave entrance. Door to underground stream. That's actually a back route into the Gnisis egg mine, if you're curious. The UESP has the caves of Asarnud and Mat on the map, which we've already fully explored. We've already checked out the Strider platform. So, let's look at some other stuff. The barracks is here, it's unlocked. The Medak Trade House is here and unlocked. The Shishara Hut, Manilu Hut are here and unlocked. We need to unlock the Shand Hut. That's done. Ten Sumiran Cave Dwelling is unlocked. Arv's Drellin is unlocked. The Lasamsi Cave Dwelling needs to be unlocked. The Almu Cave Dwelling is unlocked. The Mantidi Cave Dwelling is unlocked. The temple, naturally, is unlocked. A Belmawia Hut is unlocked. Dinadad Hut is unlocked. The Yahaz Hut is unlocked. And just outside of town, if we go past Arv's Drellin and curve around to the left, there's one last building. The Vabdus Hut, which is also unlocked. Okay, that's everything. So let's start exploring. In buildings, I mean. As usual, I'm going to go for the inconsequential ones first. So, let's start with the Mantidi Cave Dwelling, which is inconsequential enough that it doesn't even have a UESP entry. In here we can speak with Asumanu Mantidi. I'm Asumanu Mantidi, and you're in the village of Gnisis. If there's some specific place you're looking for, I can probably help you. Or if you're just killing time, I'd be happy to share a little Morrowind lore or swap the latest rumors. Background, I'm just an egg miner. Alright, let's check out the cave dwelling. Such as it is. There's not much here. It's alright. Alright, and we're done. Next, we've got Arv's Drellin, which I'm going to leave alone for the moment. Let's head to the Almu cave dwelling instead. We have Asharapli Almu. I don't believe I've seen a high elf with such a grand outfit in some time. Can I help you? Background, I'm just an egg miner. Alright, let's loot the cave dwelling then. Take that armorer's hammer, and I'll use it up first. And we're done there. Next, the Lasamsi cave dwelling has an entry, so I'd better check it out. Oh, no problem. It's just Hainab Lasamsi's house. There shouldn't be anyone in there. So we can just stroll through. Oh, hello. I believe we've read the guide to Vardenfell. Trying to think. I think the only guide we haven't read is the guide to Sadrith Mora. Yes, that's correct. Interesting that he has that locked chest, though. I don't know why I'm sneaking. There's no one in here. That's it for there. Now, let's check out the Tansumaran cave dwelling. Well, I need to make sure it's a good place to go first. Only if we're in House Hlalu, so... Alright. So we drop down to the... I think this is the last cave dwelling. The Tansumaran cave dwelling. We can speak with Ilisur Tansumaran, who only matters if you're in House Hlalu building your stronghold. Almvelothi, background. I'm just an egg miner. That's it for him. Now let's loot his little dwelling, and then we can go. He does have an iron spear. That's more than most miners seem to have. Oh, hello. Alright. Now where? Let's see. Let's see. We could go to the temple, but I'm going to hold off on that. We could try the Abelmawia hut. Let me see if there are any quests in there. Oh, come on, team. This is taking forever. Ah, yes. There are a couple of quests relating to him, so we'll leave him alone for now. And instead... Good God, come on. I don't know why every so often the internet just craps out, but it does. We'll try the Dinadad hut, which has no entry, so I can be pretty confident there's nothing going on there. Here's Vabar Dinadad. We can already be pretty sure we won't learn anything important from her, but speak with her anyway. I don't believe I've seen a high elf with such a grand outfit in some time. Can I help you? Background. I am Vabar Dinadad, farmer. Little advice. They've sealed off the egg mine, only letting miners in, but there is a secret entrance from the riverbed. Alright, now we'll loot the hut. We'll start near her, because that's where things are more likely to be difficult. Note that I said more likely. One small chest with a lock level of 20 with 5 gold inside. Alright, that's it for here. Let's try the Yahaz hut. Which was unlocked, even though I think it's where Punibi Yahaz lives. It's all good. Oh, there's someone in here. Musa Yahaz. Well, there you go. Must be his wife. You're in the village of Gnisis, Travis. I'm Musa Yahaz. Can I help you? If you're looking for services in Gnisis, we're pretty limited. Just a mining village, a temple, and a small legion garrison. Background. I am Musa Yahaz, farmer. Alright. Let's just keep on trucking. That is a bunch of wickweed. It's like, what is that? Here's some loose gold, which I'll just pick up. Comberry. Another one. Small stone chest, single gold piece. And we're done. Next, we will skip the Madak Trade House. as I know that's where General Darius is and where we wind up joining the Imperial Legion. What about the barracks? We get sent there on a quest, so we'll leave it alone for now. Instead, we'll head over here. We'll go to the Shishara hut. We'll speak with Hinamu Shishara. You're in the village of Gnisis, Travis. I'm Hinamu Shishara. Can I help you? If you're looking for services in Gnisis, we're pretty limited. Just a mining village, a temple, and a small legion garrison. Background, I'm just an egg miner. Little advice, it's pretty quiet right around Gnisis, especially for a questing hero like yourself, but out to the east are a bunch of bandit caves. Might be some loot and bandits there that'd be easy pickings for someone like you. Okay. Not really anything new from him. Let's go ahead and loot his hut. There's a little bit of gold up here I'd like to go ahead and snag. And I think that's it. Let's get out of here. Let's try the Manilu hut. Namu Manilu. You're in the village of Gnisis, Travis. I'm Namu Manilu. Can I help you? If you're looking for services in Gnisis, we're pretty limited. Just a mining village, a temple, and a small legion garrison. That's fine. Background. I am Namu Manilu, farmer. Alrighty. Let's loot through here. We're nearly done with all the inconsequential buildings. That'll be just over the 1 hour mark, and so we'll end the video there. And we'll start exploring the places that matter in the next video. And that's it for the Manilu hut. Let's try the Shand hut, which is next door. We had to unlock it, but I think that's just because Ebishpulu Shand is outside. Yes. We'll just go all the way counterclockwise. Check this place out. I will note he's got a copy of the Black Arrow Volume 2, which we have not read, which is a new marksman skill book. So let's read it and take it off the list. Very good. The Black Arrow Part 2 by Gorgic Gwyn. On the last dinner in my employ at the palace, the Duchess, quite surprisingly, had invited the Mayor of Moliva and Master Hiomaste himself among her other guests. The servants' gossip was manic. The Mayor had been there before, albeit very irregularly, but Hiomaste's presence was unthinkable. What could she mean by such a conciliatory gesture? The dinner itself progressed along with perfect, if slightly cool, civility among all parties. Hiomaste and the Duchess were both very quiet. The mayor tried to engage the group in a discussion of the Emperor Pelagius IV's new son and heir, Uriel, but it failed to spark much interest. Lady Villia, elderly but much more vivacious than her sister the Duchess, led most of the talk about crime and scandal in Eldenroot. I have been encouraging her to move out to the country, away from all that unpleasantness, for years now, the Duchess said, meeting the eyes of the mayor. We've been discussing more recently the possibility of her building a palace on Moliva Hill, but there's so little space there, as you know. Fortunately, we've come to a discovery. There is a wide field just a few days west on the edge of the river, ideally suited. It sounds perfect, the mayor smiled and turned to Lady Villia. When will your ladyship begin building? The very day you move your village to the site, replied the Duchess of Woda. The mayor turned to her to see if she was joking. She obviously was not. Think of how much more commerce you could bring to your village if you were close to the river, said Lady Villia jovially, and Master Hiomaste's students could have easier access to his fine school. Everyone would benefit. I know it would put my sister's heart to ease if there was less trespassing and poaching on her lands. There is no poaching or trespassing on your lands now, your grace, frowned Hiomaste. You do not own the jungle, nor will you. The villagers may be persuaded to leave, that I don't know, but my school will stay where it is. The dinner party never really recovered happily. Hiomaste and the mayor excused themselves, and my services, such as they were not needed in the drawing room where the group went to have their drinks. There was no laughter to be heard through the walls that evening. The next day, even though there was a dinner planned for the evening, I left on my usual walk to Moliva. Before I had even reached the drawbridge, the guard held me back. Where are you going, Gorgic? Not to the village, are you? Why not? He pointed to the plume of smoke in the distance. A fire broke out very early this morning, and it's still going. Apparently it started at Master Hiomaste's school. It looks like the work of some traveling brigands. Blessed Stendar, I cried. Are the students alive? No one knows, but it'd be a miracle if any survived. It was late and most everyone was sleeping. I know they've already found the master's body, or what was left of it, and they also found that girl, your friend, Prolissa. I spent the day in a state of shock. It seemed inconceivable what my instinct told me, that the two noble old ladies, Lady Villia and the Duchess of Woda, had arranged for a village and school that irritated them to be reduced to ashes. At dinner they mentioned the fire in Moliva only very briefly, as if it were not news at all, but I did see the Duchess smile for the first time ever. It was a smile I will never forget until the day I die. The next morning I had resolved to go to the village and see if I could be of any assistance to the survivors. I was passing through the servants' hall to the grand foyer when I heard the sound of a group of people ahead. The guards and most of the servants were there, pointing at the portrait of the Duchess that hung in the center of the hall. There was a single black bolt of ebony piercing the painting, right at the Duchess's heart. I recognized it at once. It was one of Misunakin's arrows I had seen in his quiver, forged, he said, in the bowels of Dagoth-ur itself. My first reaction was relief. The Dunmer who had been kind enough to give me a ride to the palace had survived the fire. My second reaction was echoed by all present in the hall. How had the vandal gotten past the guards, the gate, the moat, and the massive iron door? The Duchess, arriving shortly after I, was clearly furious, though she was too well-bred to show it but by raising her web-thin eyebrows. She wasted no time in assigning all her servants to new duties to keep the palace grounds guarded at all times. We were given regular shifts and precise, narrow patrols. The next morning, despite all precautions, there was another black arrow piercing the Duchess's portrait. So it continued for a week's time. The Duchess saw to it that at least one person was always present in the foyer, but somehow the arrow always found its way to her painting whenever the guards' eyes were momentarily averted. A complex series of signals were devised, so each patrol could report back any sounds or disturbances they encountered during their vigil. At first, the Duchess arranged them so her castellan would receive record of any disturbances during the day, and the chief of the guard during the night, but when she found that she could not sleep, she made certain that the information came to her directly. The atmosphere in the palace had shifted from gloomy to nightmarish. A snake would slither across the moat, and suddenly her grace would be tearing through the east wing to investigate. A strong gust of wind ruffling the leaves on one of the few trees in the lawn was a similar emergency. An unfortunate lone traveler on the road in front of the palace, a completely innocent man as it turned out, brought such a violent reaction that he must have thought that he had stumbled on a war. In a way, he had. And every morning there was a new arrow in the front hall mocking her. I was given the terrible assignment of guarding the portrait for a few hours in the early morning. Not wanting to be the one to discover the arrow, I seated myself in a chair opposite, never letting my eyes move away for even a second. I don't know if you've had the experience of watching one object relentlessly, but it has a strange effect. All other senses vanish. That was why I was particularly startled when the Duchess rushed into the room, blurring the gulf for me between her portrait and herself. "There's something moving behind the tree across the road from the gate," she roared, pushing me aside and fumbling with her key in the gold lock. She was shaking with madness and excitement, and the key did not seem to want to go in. I reached out to help her, but the Duchess was already kneeling, her eye to the keyhole, to be certain that the key went through. It was precisely in that second that the arrow arrived, but this one never made it as far as the portrait. I actually met Misunakin years later while I was in Morrowind to entertain some nobles. He was impressed that I had risen from being a humble domestic servant to being a bard of some renown. He himself had returned to the Ashlands, and like his old master Hiomaste, was retired to the simple life of teaching and hunting. I told him that I had heard that Lady Villia had decided not to leave the city, and that the village of Moliva had been rebuilt. He was happy to hear that, but I could not find a way to ask him what I really wanted to know. I felt like a fool just wondering if what I had thought were true. If what I thought were true, that he had been behind Perlissa's tree across the road from the gate every morning that summer, firing an arrow through the gate, across the lawn, across the moat, through a keyhole, and into a portrait of the Duchess of Woda until he struck the Duchess herself. It was clearly an impossibility. I chose not to ask. As we left one another that day, and he was saying goodbye, and he was waving goodbye, he said, "I am pleased to see you doing so well, my friend. I am happy you moved that chair." All right. Now let's finish looting this little hut. And that's all of the inconsequential buildings that we have to check out. So at the start of the next installment, we'll begin exploring the places that matter. The first one I actually want to go to is Fort Darius, because that's where I can hand off the restore health potions and finish that little Imperial cult quest. That's where we'll begin on the next installment of Let's Play Morrowind. Until then, thank you so much for watching. If you do enjoy my videos, please consider clicking an ad, liking, sharing, or subscribing, any or all of which will really help me out. But regardless, please know that I really do appreciate the time you spend watching, and hope you have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.